What makes Cade Cunningham so special?
Well, he's got a unique combination of immense talent, obviously, tremendous hard work, a work ethic that's been unmatched by any other kid I've coached. But with all of his talent, he's got a sense of humility also, and he understands the value of teammates and the necessity of having other people help him achieve success. And so it's so rare. The kid's just 19 years old still, but has carried so many expectations almost seamlessly. And I'm sure this transition to the NBA will present some challenges for him, but he's going to handle that one as well.
Coach, not only the challenge of being being the first overall pick, but also being the savior of the Detroit Pistons. I'm gonna speak it out into existence, being a Detroit native. What kind of leader are they getting? Because he's gonna be forced to kind of step up and ascend that leadership role early in his career.
Yeah, we certainly are hopeful that Detroit takes him. We believe he's the best prospect in this draft. He brings so many things to the table, and I think coming into a situation in Detroit where he's got a good young core will be somewhat similar to what he had here at Oklahoma State last year. We had a lot of young talent, but he was asked to really kind of lead us, and he did it with very little challenge in his way. He was the Big 12 Freshman of the Year and Player of the Year. He led the league in scoring, but he made his teammates better. And I think he's going to bring a winning attitude and a winning mentality and a winning work ethic to the Detroit Pistons organization that they're going to be really, really proud to have taken him tonight.
Coach, you know Cade better probably than anyone that we're going to get a chance to talk to today or the last couple weeks. Is there a story about Cade that no one knows that you would say, man, this is the kind of guy that Detroit or whoever drafts him is getting?
Yeah, I got two, and I'll be quick because I know how TV time is. But the day after his first ever college basketball game, he had 25 points on the road in his hometown. And it was the day before Thanksgiving. So we get back late that Wednesday night, and I usually come into the office to work out early myself. And I hear a ball bouncing at about 7 a.m. the day after his first game. And he played well. And I didn't expect it to be Cade, but I walked into the gym, and it was him just in there. He wasn't very happy with how efficient he had played. He felt like he played a little nervously. But that kind of goes to show you the type of work ethic that he has, is that he wasn't satisfied with scoring 25 points in his college debut. The other one is the last regular season game we played, Cade didn't play in. He actually rolled his ankle the game before against Baylor on the road. And so at West Virginia, he wasn't going to play. And I had Cade kind of be an assistant coach for me. And he was as into that game as anybody was on our bench because he wanted to see his teammates know they could have success even if he wasn't playing. And so he's going to always inspire guys that are around him, but he's going to always do it with a sense of humility, and his work ethic is going to always speak for itself.
Coach, you've been around basketball for a really long time, and a lot of people try to compare Cade to different people. Some have said, oh, he's like Luka, and you might watch film and say, man, there's some Paul Pierce. Like, you know the game of basketball. Who would you, when you watch, not even like who would you compare, when you're watching, like I'm sure there's times like, man, that reminds me of X. Who does Cade Cunningham remind you of when you watch him practice and play?
Yeah, to be perfectly honest, I really don't like the comparison game, but I understand it, right? We kind of give ourselves some reference points on what we think he can become. But like comparing him to Luka, I'm not sure we know what Luka is yet. I mean, he's really, really good, but he's just 2 years into this thing. But I see what they mean, kind of why they compare him to size. He doesn't have this ridiculous athletic explosiveness, but he's plenty good enough athlete. He can really, really pass. He's a great rebounder. He has a really good overall game. So I can understand the Luka comparisons. I understand when people try to compare him to Grant Hill with his size and his ability to score and make plays for his teammates. I heard people talk Jason Tatum. I don't know if Cade thinks score as much as Jason does, but I can see some of that as well because he can play in the mid-post pretty efficiently as well.
Coach, I think there's so much excitement around Cade and a lot of the top picks, but I think we always have to let people know, look, these guys, and you mentioned it with Luka, they're not finished products, right? Cade's going to go to the NBA and he's going to learn a lot of things. He's going to have a lot of things to learn. So what do you think is the biggest challenge he's going to face coming into the NBA in terms of his game?
Well, the first thing is everybody's as good as he is right now. And so in high school, for sure, right, it was a big, big gap between his talent and the talent of the guys he was either playing with or competing against. And in college, the gap shrunk, but not as much as it's going to shrink tonight, right? He's going to get there, and there's going to be guys, even though they haven't been all-stars for 10 years, that are capable of having success. And so Cade's going to have to adjust to the talent level. He's going to have to continue to be a more efficient three-point shooter, which we were very intentional about working on with him last year. He became a 40% three-point shooter. And he's going to have to be more consistent getting to the free throw line and converting when he gets there, because that's a big part of him being able to score at the NBA level.
Coach, tonight's going to be a tremendous recruiting tool for your program with Cade going on and representing the organization. Do you have any concerns about the shift of the Big 12 and the conference and everything that's happened there? How it could affect maybe recruiting for you?
I'd be naive or dishonest if I wasn't saying I wasn't, obviously paying attention. But I'm also a person who I don't lose much sleep over things I have no control over. Commissioner Bowlesby and the leadership in the conference, our leadership on campus, they're going to make that decision probably without very much input from me. And so I'm going to trust them that they're going to do what's best for both the Big 12 and what our leadership internally at Oklahoma State is going to do for our university. And I'll do whatever they ask me to do. But I'm looking forward to seeing how our program can elevate after tonight's great news for Cade and his family, because I do expect him to go first, and I think he's going to have a great career.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.